It's the Two Tired Dudes podcast, starring Michael Pig and JW. And let's get on with the show.
Distance. Can you hear this?
No.
No,
Okay, good.
he's like
It's my chair.
he's like I tooted. JW, it's your turn, buddy. We're live now.
All right.
What about this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome into this episode of the podcast. I'm joining with Mindful Pig as usual. You want to say your intro?
Just hey.
And with Hood this time around. What about your intro?
My intro.
Yes.
I wasn't told I was supposed to prepare anything.
Oh, you're not supposed to. Just
But
if
I
you want
got-
to have an introduction of yourself or something.
I got a pancake recipe if you want, that. So that could be
No,
my
it's
intro.
fine. We'll keep it for another episode if you want. And I'm also joined by Maximum Spider 2099. Welcome in. You're muted.
What's up? Happy to be back. Happy to be back, man.
Cool. So today we're going to talk about the state of play, the games that were announced, and if we have enough time, a bit of the games announced in Summer Game Fest also, because there were a lot of interesting and fun reveals there also, but it will not be like a whole covering of the Summer Game Fest because it's like 3 hours. We have other stuff to do, so let's start with how the state of play started, which was a showcase of finally gameplay of Wolverine, which personally I thought it looked pretty cool. What about you guys?
That's exactly what I wanted. Like, it is Wolverine's origins, and that's all I wanted. You know, that gruesome gameplay. To me, like, this was a reason to get a PS5. Like, this was one of those games that you need to have in the system. It just, yeah, it looked amazing. I love the healing factor too, that you can go back to full health. That was really neat.
Well, what I like with the healing factor is that you could see the damage on Wolverine. Like you could see his
Yeah.
ribcage and everything, and it came back as normal.
It
was
looks
pretty
so
cool to see.
good. Yeah, Jean Grey looked awesome. Like, I don't know. I was fucking
Yeah.
pumped. This is the game that got me the most, like, fucking hard, buddy.
Super hairy
Like,
shoulders too.
yeah, super hairy shoulders.
Actually, Jean Grey looks weird to me. Like, for some reason, she looks like Jessie Faden in Control, I find. Where she looks a bit older and has a trench coat, or like compared to Wolverine and Sabretooth and like all the other characters that have costumes, she's the only one that doesn't have a costume for some reason. So
Yeah.
I don't know, she looked kind of weird there.
And she kind
Yeah, I
of,
was like, is this Scarlet Witch or something? Like, is
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
like,
people
okay.
have said that. Yeah.
yeah, that's a
yeah,
good one.
because her powers were purple and whatever, and then she had like a trench coat on, like a purple thing, and like red hair, obviously, but Scarlet Witch.
Well, because the
Sometimes
problem
I-
is that the movie sort of changed what Scarlet Witch is compared to the comics. In the sense, Jean Grey is telekinesis and reading mind, not Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is more like it's weird to explain because it's like chaos magic in the sense of she uses the chaos to put stuff in her favor. She's changing reality a bit. So that's more Scarlet Witch, but in the movies they didn't really have a big distinction
Yeah.
there
but
until
in the
like
game-
later on.
In the gameplay, it didn't look like telekinesis really. It just looked like some, I don't know, force field or whatever,
Yeah,
Yeah,
So, like,
it's
so
true. She
that's why I
was
was
dressed
like,
more
oh.
like a Jedi with
Yeah.
a trench coat.
oh, she reminded me
I
of,
don't
like
know,
the
it's
newer X-Men Phoenix there. Like the ones that we watched, was it First Class, like, generation there? That's what she reminded me of, like, her character looked like.
Yeah. So beside that, like I would love to see more about the narrative because after Spider-Man 2, I don't trust Insomniac with narratives. So
Sure, yeah, for sure. I don't trust them with redheads either, so I don't know. Oh man, if they have like some, they get some. You see that kid, the kid that looked like a Ninja Turtle or something that you save in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the mission. I was like, you were gonna play as that kid in a fucking in a stealth mission,
Yeah,
taking
totally.
pictures, something. I can already see it.
Oh, so true, so true.
Oh my god.
What about you,
I hope not.
2099? I think you were looking forward to this one.
I would listen. I wouldn't be shocked if they made y'all play as the king, but I don't think they will. But that's probably the only area that Insomniac has ever let me down. Because I went back and tried to play Spider-Man 2018 after playing Spider-Man 2, and it was like the game was like unplayable, bro. Like it was just like it was way too many Mary Jane sneaking missions, way too many Miles sneaking missions, and I was just like, not not even including the fact that Spider-Man 2 is just a better game in every way. Like the gameplay is just unplayable in Spider-Man 2018 after playing 2. But I don't know. I thought Wolverine looked great. I thought it looked great. I didn't really have too many problems with it. I thought that it was comic accurate for the most part. I'm shocked that they going with the Team X because Team X is like a comic arc that not too many games or media has tackled. So, but it's an interesting concept to see them using Team X for the first Wolverine story and then building up to the X-Men later. So, I didn't have any problems with it. Really, I thought the combat looked good. I like Wolverine healing. I know a lot of people was complaining about that when he heals, his suit heals too. I don't want to
Who
walk.
cares?
I don't listen. I want to when I buy this game and I pay for these iconic suits. I don't want to look at them shits with a million holes in them for a whole level. That's stupid to me. Heal the
No, I
fucking
agree.
suit so I can
Yeah.
see the. Like, come on now. Why y'all want to see? Y'all want to have this classic suit and y'all want it to be fully red, covered in blood, with holes in it the whole level. That's just ass backwards to me. But
Yeah, but it's also, it's still a game, right? Like it's not necessary. Like it
right.
won't
So
ruin the
that's
game.
that's all I'm saying. Like, why do it matter? But Jean, she did look aged up. She reminded me of like the lady that played X-Men in the first 3 movies. That's
Yeah.
kind of what she looked like to me. Other than that, yeah, I didn't really have any problems. I mean, she looks like what a Jean that's not currently in the X-Men would look like. They got the powers right and everything. So I mean, it's cool. We just got to see how it shake out when it come out. I just hope they drop a controller. I need a limited edition controller or something.
Oh
That's all.
yeah.
No
It's
shit.
sort of weird though that they put in Jean because Jean is like very much tied to Xavier and the X-Men. No?
Yeah, like a thing that I was like, oh man, I'm not a big fan of Jean Grey, honestly, but I was like, oh, if they put Jean in, then maybe you get Gambit or something, the cool characters. Because I think Jean Grey is like, I don't know, she's only cool when she's evil. It's like, in my opinion.
That's so true.
So like,
Well,
I just think
because
that
like-
if you're gonna do it,
I was just going to
Sorry?
say it's because media have not find a good way to do her character justice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was going to add.
yeah,
I think that if
every
you're gonna
time-
use a character, if you're gonna use a character from the X-Men and put them in a Wolverine game, I think that Jean is not my favorite. I personally don't even really care for Jean. I would have much rather they use obviously Gambit or somebody else. But I think if you're gonna tell a story of Wolverine, it's really no other X-Men that you can really use to interject in his story to build up to the X-Men, knowing their history and things like that. But it's their own interpretation. I never get mad at when creators create. Because if they do the same thing that we've seen 100 times, people gonna say, why are they doing the same thing? It's no creativity. But then when they do something different, people gonna say, why is she here? Why is it? So I just feel like just let people create and then we'll see how it shakes out when it comes out.
Like if the narrative is good, I won't mind it.
yeah.
Personally, I don't care. That story could be shit. I just want to rip people apart. Like that's what fucking got me so pumped. Like, that violence was top notch. Like, oh, I love that gameplay.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
great.
so that was Psycho Mindful over here.
Hey
if
man,
you
like
want
it's
to,
good God of War
if
style.
you,
There's that guy that goes to church, by the way. Huh?
yeah, well, that's why there's a confession, right? A confession booth. So if you want to beat people up and rip them to shred, then they announce more characters for the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I don't know if it interests anybody, but it looks like a good fighting game.
It
Well, you
was
know what interests me? Because I got Carnage, I got Green Goblin. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about Magneto. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I got my Carnage, my Green Goblin, I got Spider Man, and I got Penny Parker. So you already know what team I'm running with. This game, I feel like they made this game for me when they put this character in. And I'm so excited to play it. I cannot wait.
Yeah, what I like about it is like we were talking about putting your own spin. Like they're also putting their own spin in how the characters are designed in general. Like it's still those characters, you still recognize their skills and all that, but they're sort of visually distinct also. Like I see a frame of that game and I know it's that game, right? And
yeah.
like it looks like a really fun time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I skipped it because I'm never gonna play it because I don't play fighting games. But good for those who like
Look,
them.
they got one button combos on there for you, man. Come on, get the game. They got the Yu-Gi-Oh on there for you, man. Get the game, man.
it looked really.
Baby
Spider
mode.
Spider wants you to get it so he can pummel you to death.
No, no, it's okay.
Yeah, it looked really, really good. The only thing, I don't know if it was just me, but did Spider-Man's voice sound a little funky?
Currency, huh? Time to stop laughing, Gobby.
Oh, I don't like that.
Like, I thought it was a little weird.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was the one thing I put in my notes about. I was like, but Spider-Man's voice, what the fuck?
So then afterwards, it was the surprise, anyway, surprise to me, reveal of Rayman coming back.
Yeah.
And Ubisoft not putting their logo anywhere on it. Which I thought was
Weird.
really good. It's just written in really small that it's by Ubisoft.
Very wise. Very wise.
Yeah.
It's
So I
smaller
don't-
the
I ne-
logo.
I never
Yeah, it's
cared
smaller
about
the chance
Rayman.
for them.
so-
Sorry.
I was just saying I never cared about Rayman, so I don't know if you guys have something to say about it.
I like never really got into them, but this one looked really good. Not gonna lie, like they always like look interesting. It's just yeah, I know I'm gonna suck at it because it's platforming.
I never been a big Rayman fan. The last time I really played Rayman was on the Dreamcast, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna buy this one for the simple fact that I'm one of those people that's like, all right, put your money where your mouth is. I see too many people daily complaining about, yo, they need to bring back Jack and Daxter, they need to bring back Sly Cooper, they need to bring back, you feel me, Sackboy, they need to bring back Resistance. But when the games came out, nobody brought them and they flopped off the earth.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do my part and I'm gonna buy the Rayman game physical just because a lot of people like Rayman. I don't mind Rayman; he's cool. The games are cool. I'm gonna buy it. So hopefully they can make some new 3D Rayman.
Okay, cool. Next up was the Bancho the Chef, which is a prequel to the Dave the Diver game. Again, I didn't play, don't care. What about
Yeah, it's very
you
cool.
guys?
This one. It looks like Dave the Diver. The best character in the game is the chef. Anyways, it's cool as fuck. So it's kind of cool that you get to play as him. Go to Japan, whatever.
Yeah, it seemed
Did
like
the trailer hype you up?
Yeah, I'm down.
Personally, don't care about Dave the Diver. I'm never playing that game. It looks kookly as hell, and it's not for me. But what I will say is this chef game, it looks like a game that I'm assuredly not buying on day one. But it looks like something that I'll see on a Black Friday sale on Amazon, and I will have a blast with because it does look like a fun game. But it's just so many other games that's releasing that it's like, I'll get it when it's $20. But it does look good though. It looks really good. It looks fun.
yeah, like to me it says like a very Sega style game. You know, almost looked a little bit like Persona, with lots of mini games. So I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. On sale, it might be a fun buy.
Nice. So the next one, Kemuri Hunt the Unseen, was. Did you guys get what it was, or?
This,
Oh, yeah,
this,
it's-
this,
It's cool.
Oh, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Go on, bro.
so Kemuri was my game of the show. This game looks so incredible. The gameplay, the attention to detail, the way that you're sealing the ghosts. To me, it reminded me of like it's like they took some mechanics of like Ghostwire Tokyo, where you're like sealing the ghosts and things like that using the foxhole to like bring them out and stuff, and then you engage in in the combat. So you're going around looking for these ghosts. And then actually what they showed, which really interested me, was when you fight these ghosts, like when you fight a mini boss or a boss ghost, after you beat them, you inherit their whatever their specific power was.
Ooh.
So to me, that game just looks incredible. And then the fact that it's a 3-player co-op, if people want to jump into your campaign, I just think it looked dope. This was the game, the best looking game to me of the showcase, not including, I don't look at Wolverine and I don't look at, Lawfare. We'll talk about that later, obviously, for obvious reasons, but those are the big games that everybody's going to say, this is the game I'm looking forward to. We obviously looking forward to those games. But to me, Kemuri was my game of the show. It looked so creative. It looked so fun. The combat looked amazing. The open world looked amazing. I love what they're doing with the ghosts and the powers and everything. It just looked amazing. I can't wait for that game.
I
Yeah.
agree. Like, it looked really awesome and very distinct. And it's funny that you say they took mechanics from Ghostwire Tokyo, because the creative director, I think the girl that talks after the trailer, was the person that was working on Ghostwire Tokyo before she left.
Wow, I didn't
and
know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So this is like a Ghostwire Tokyo, but like co-op, like a mix with that and Monster Hunter. I had the vibe, but not the weight or combat of Monster Hunter, but in the sense of we're a team of 3-4 people fighting an entity, right? In that sense, but visually it looked amazing. It's just sometimes I didn't know what was happening on the screen with how much stuff they were showing up, but it did look really, really cool. What about
Yeah.
you, Mindful?
No, I agree. This game looked really good. I love the combat style. That was really drawing me into it. All the different moves and combos that they were trying out there. It just looked really good.
And you, Hood?
Yeah, this is my game of the show as well. I was like, oh yeah, this. I never played Ghostwire Tokyo, but I don't know why. I just didn't get it. I think the reviews weren't like super great at release or something, so that I never bought it. But they took like the same yokai hunting stuff, I think, and it looks great. I'm just a bit, I don't know, because it's like co-op game. Usually co-op games, like nowadays it's a bit better with this, but usually it's like not super narrative focused, whatever. I like to play alone anyways, because I don't have any friends.
For
So,
me,
Whatever.
so I would prefer if I would play like if I can play solo and it's like a good time.
Yeah, it's a
Hope that's
single
the
player
case.
game, and the co-op is optional. They said the co-op,
Yeah.
you don't have to do the co-op, it's single player.
oh,
there is-
really? Okay, I didn't get that.
I
Okay,
did.
nice.
I did put in my notes though that the girl or the developer or whatever that was afterwards, she was so fucking pumped about talking about this game.
Yeah.
That's that passion.
yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, she was like that with Ghostwire Tokyo as well. So
Oh,
people
really?
did
Yeah.
a ton of memes.
She
whatever,
got known
yeah.
because of Ghostwire
Yeah,
Tokyo,
yeah.
because she was like put on stage and everybody thought she was just great.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was awesome.
Yeah, I hope this one's good too. Like,
And so next
fair.
up, Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis.
Oh,
Seems good.
brother, she is fucking beautiful. Holy fuck, we're right back to triangle titty time. Like, amazing, phenomenal.
Jesus Christ.
That was my biggest note I put about that. Laura Croft looks fantastic. Oh,
oh,
Love
the
it.
female listeners have left the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it looks nice. Like, as much graphically as like, I wish we would have seen how the gameplay works more, a bit more like Wolverine. Now we just saw bits and parts, so
yeah.
I don't know, but it looked nice, and I'm hyped for it. I would also like to see more about the characters to make sure she's not whiny Croft again. And but otherwise, I think it's promising, especially when at the end I can't remember his name, but there's a guy that talks about how Laura is getting a bad rep, or that yeah, she's getting a bad rep because they're showing their bad side, and
Yeah.
she answers cheekily by saying, "Oh, you're saying that as if I have a bad side," which is something old Lara Croft would say in a charismatic way. So it's small, but it's a good integration nonetheless. So I'm
100%.
hyped for it. I hope it works well.
I wonder like what they'll change about the gameplay because I I played the first game like 500 years ago, and it was like I only remember like it played terribly, like jumping where it was crazy, and you were just shooting like dinosaurs and whatever. It was very empty. I wonder how they'll change up the gameplay, but
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like as far as the gameplay, not as far as the jumping and stuff. Like I'm sure that modern day today, like they're gonna the jumping will be tight, the combat will be tight, and all that stuff. But I'm more worried about like the level design because when you go back and play them,
yeah,
specifically the first two, they just stick you in a big ass tomb and tell you, okay, find this item to open the door, and you just wandering around for an hour, don't know where this dang item at, and it's just is empty. You don't know where you're
yeah,
going. You underwater forever, just looking for stuff. So I just hope that they really tighten up the level design. I'm not saying like do a Ubisoft and put like 100 markers everywhere, but like just kind of just tighten it up. That's all. Just tighten it up so that it's not like aimless wandering because that's gonna draw a lot of people out, especially today. It's not like back in the day where we was on PS1, you bought that Tomb Raider, and that's what you had. That's all you had. So you was taking hours to find that dang item to open the door. Today, people are just gonna move on to the next thing. So I just hope they tighten up the level design. That's all. But it looks great, and I'm gonna buy it day one.
Well, I would say an in between because, like I said, you don't want to go full Ubisoft, full Uncharted, where you just go forward and it's in that same location to find, let's say, that item. I want to explore this place and do the puzzles, and I hope there's a certain difficulty without it being tedious, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I hope they do it more like the Survivor trilogy. Like the Survivor trilogy was good when you go into those tombs and you in there for a minute doing puzzles and trying to figure it out, and they didn't handhold you. So I kind of think they should do it after that model. But I know some people are divided on the Survivor trilogy, so I don't know.
And mostly narratively, but gameplay wise, it makes sense. Okay, so did we want to add anything? I think we pretty much said everything.
Yeah, she looks
no.
fantastic. Can't wait to buy it.
Okay, so the Lost Wild is the next one, or it's called The Lost Wild True Fear is Primal. It sounds very Eastern coded than the title, but it's actually not an Eastern game.
Looks like Jurassic Park.
Where it's yeah, basically it's a survival game with
Oh.
dinosaurs.
I was like, what game is this? I never heard of this game. Then they said Jurassic Park. I was like, ah, yeah,
That's what I was waiting
remember.
for the whole time. I was like, "Where's the Jurassic Park logo?"
yeah.
It's
just
Jurassic Park
Jurassic
without
Park
the
from
title.
Table.
But it looked cool.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I'm not sure it's my thing, but it looks nice.
Yeah, same, Dub. I think it looks nice graphically. Not really
Yeah,
for me. I'm gonna skip it. The gameplay kind of doesn't interest me, but it does look great.
yeah, it did look cool, like in the movie Jurassic Park, like that scene where the kids are in the kitchen, whatever, hiding from the
Velociraptors.
Raptors.
Classic,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, that gave me a little bit of that feeling. This gameplay, so I was like, man, this would be cool. But it's a horror game. Like maybe even if it's dinosaurs, it's still horror, first person. I don't know if I can do it. 'Cause I'm a pussy, but I don't know. It would be cool, but I don't know. We'll see.
And then it was my most awaited game of this year, Phantom Blade Zero. Now that wasn't the best of gameplay, I find. Best of trailers, I find. It looked all right or whatever. It looked fine, but it was just like I guess a reminder that it's still coming.
Yeah.
But I'm super stoked for this game. It is my most anticipated one. It has been pushed back from September to October instead. So that's pretty much why I guess there
Well,
was a
good.
trailer.
Good that it's not coming out in September like every other game.
Yeah, I
this
know.
year.
There's so
Yeah.
many games that's coming out in September. We can talk about it after the state of play discussion, but like I have so many games I want to buy in September.
Same.
Yeah, did that trailer tickle any of you guys or?
I don't even remember seeing that trailer at the State of Play. I don't remember them showing Phantom Blade at all, to be honest. Unless they showed it and I just didn't realize it was Phantom Blade. But
Then
Phantom
they were
Blade
like-
at this point is like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like Wolverine in the sense that I really don't need to see no more about it. I'm buying the day one. I'm hyped for it. I'm just ready to play it. At this point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same, me too.
100%. Yeah.
Same.
I put.
Yeah, like
Go ahead, Hood.
the trailer was like just. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, this game. Look forward to the next trailer. I was like, what the fuck? What is this in here? Like, oh, by the way, I don't know, man. It's like you get to a restaurant or something, and some person comes up to you with the food and says, "Oh yeah, here's a whiff. Come tomorrow for the full meal." Or something. I don't know what the fuck they did this for. I don't know.
That's good. That's
Makes
good.
no sense to me.
All right, so Dune Awakening has been announced for consoles now. Good for people that care about it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it looked interesting, but yeah.
Next game.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Remaster of Dynasty Warrior 3 Complete Edition.
The Nasty Warrior. What the fuck?
Dynasty.
Who the Nasty Warrior?
What?
It sounded like you said the Nasty Warrior.
Not like a porn. Like a
No,
porno.
okay. It's that French accent. Let me change the way I say it. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remaster.
Ah,
Oh man.
good.
Yeah, it looked
No,
good.
you have pirated the wrong game if you have Nasty Warriors 3.
Yeah, I skipped that game because I don't know. I never played those. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care
No.
about it either.
Not for me.
All right, so No Rest for the Wicked announced their 1.0 version that it will be coming to console in October, which good for people that haven't played it on console. It's a nice game.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, it
that.
looks
What
cool,
it's.
but it's like
Next game.
It's a sort of like Diablo
Yeah,
mixed with
right?
Souls-like
Souls-like,
elements.
it's like,
Okay, okay.
Again, can
Yeah.
you do something else?
I know.
Rather Souls-like. Every game is a Souls-like. It's like,
I know.
jeez.
Onimusha Way of the Sword looked cool.
Yeah.
The English dub sounds terrible though, but otherwise it looked cool.
Did y'all play the demo?
No,
yeah.
I
Nope.
didn't even know there was. Oh yes,
Just the
they
PS2
said-
games.
Fire!
So was it good?
Fire!
Okay. I'll have to try it myself. But yeah, it looked nice. There's again September game. Too many games in September.
The combat looked really tight. Like, I don't know, in the trailer there.
Yeah. What about
it's
you?
really
Luke?
good. Y'all gotta try that demo.
Yeah, the demo is good. I still have to download the demo, but I'm like, it's Capcom, so I will probably be buying it unless they shit the bed. But Capcom has been great lately, so
Oh yeah, Capcom has been doing so good. Like
Yeah,
one
they-
of the only AAA gaming companies that hasn't been shooting themselves in the face
Bro,
constantly.
they are releasing 3 games this year, and 2 of those games are, and they got a bunch announced, and 2 of the games are like above an 80 on Metacritic. And
Yeah.
I don't see like how Onimusha could be worse than that. Like, they're like crazy good. Already announced a new Resident Evil. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of
No,
myself,
it's
but,
true
yeah,
though. Yeah,
such a
they're on
good-
fucking fire right now.
dude. It's so good.
Yep. So Capcom for the win, which then turns us to Silent Hill Townfall, which I don't think anybody is excited for. Like I don't think I've seen anybody be hyped for that.
I'm not the biggest Silent Hill fan. What I will say is that Konami, they haven't made no bad Silent Hill games since they started Silent Hill 2 remake. even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Silent Hill F, it wasn't a bad game. It was still a pretty good game. So I'll definitely be playing uh, Silent Hill Townfall Day One. Looks pretty good. Love the atmosphere. What Konami do with Silent Hill, bro? They just one of them franchises. Well, I'll say at least since they started the remake. I can't speak for like Silent Hill, the last couple ones in the 360 era. I don't know, but recently the games have been good. So yeah, I'll be there day one for it. Yeah, it does seem like it's probably gonna fly under the radar, but also it's a budget release. It's not full price. It's like $40 and stuff
Oh,
like that. So
really?
I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure they know that like okay, Silent Hill is a more niche franchise. It's not gonna sell 5 million copies and nothing like that, but it's gonna be a good game, and I'll be there for it.
Yeah, I did like the atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
I just find the gameplay reminded me of like any horror game, like modern horror game. So maybe that's why people like don't aren't really that excited for it. Or I say people, I mean me. There's me where I like the ambience, like, but I don't. I'm not jumping to get into it, right? Like I didn't play Silent Hill F. I know a lot of people got annoyed with this game towards the end. So maybe that has something to do with it also. But it's another September game, but and I think it's going to get buried because of it.
I was just surprised they have another one coming out because wasn't F just a little while ago, like last year?
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
last year.
And then we had Ace Combat,
I-
Top Gun.
Yes, Top Gun, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief. As someone that is not a plane guy, this looked awesome.
Yeah, it did look pretty good.
It was a really good trailer. Like Ace Combat is not my thing, but I thought it was a pretty good damn trailer, especially with how the guy was hyped afterwards that was talking about the game.
Yeah, yeah, he was pretty excited.
So for me, like I don't really like dogfighting games like that. Like I never really played um, too many of them. I like Star Fox, but that's more linear. It's a little bit different. But as far as Ace Combat, I've never played one. The games don't interest me, but I will say this: this game seems like a game that I would get because the PS5 is so feature heavy that I know I would be immersed in the game. And when I say that, I
Yeah.
mean like
True.
so if when I'm playing Ace Combat, I know that they're gonna utilize that speaker on the PS5 and it's gonna have comms coming through it. I know that they're gonna have the adaptive triggers that are gonna stop halfway when you fire it. It's gonna feel like a real jet. I know they're gonna have the haptic feedback in the controller that's really gonna make it feel like you're really flying and you're gonna feel every hit, every turn, every roll. So to me, that's a game that like okay, I really don't care about it, and it really should be a skip to me. But I'm thinking about it just because the DualSense controller is such an amazing controller that I might just get it because of that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I find the all the PS5 features and the controller haptic feedback and all that is often overlooked at how cool and how it really helps you be immersed into the world. And like it's great because you explain it to someone and they sort of don't get it until they've tried it for themselves. And like every time it surprises my friends that don't have a PlayStation that I make them try the controller and play something, then they're like, "Holy shit! I didn't think vibrations had evolved like that until now, right?"
It's just the majority of game players, like the majority of gamers today, like even if you look at the statistics, they playing Roblox, they playing Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? They playing Fortnite, so they don't really use the features. But like if you give like Resident Evil Requiem to somebody and they're, you know, playing through the game and you run out of ammo and that right trigger jams on you, you like, oh shit, I ain't got no ammo. Let me hurry up and try to reload. So like it really gets you immersed. It's super immersive in the game. My gun jamming, I got the comms telling me, yo, Leon, watch out, do this. I love it. I love it. And that's to me makes the difference to me of why I buy all of my third party games on PlayStation. Because a lot of third party people say, well, third parties don't use it because y'all not playing the games. A lot of third party games, even third party games that are like indie games, are using the DualSense feature. So I think it's been well utilized, but it goes under the radar with games today. It does.
Yeah, for sure. Like one of Bluebird Team's game, The Medium, a lot of people, sort of miss that one. That's a third party game that
That game is
used
so
it
good.
so well. Yeah. Like I wouldn't have played it in any other way than PlayStation just because of the feedbacks. All right, so after the Amazing Ace Combat, it was Stuntman Hollywood, which apparently, like I wasn't aware, but apparently it's a series that existed before.
Yeah.
It's a neat idea. It looks funny.
It looks cool as fuck, man. I don't play driving games usually, but this one I'm down for because like if you can recreate the movie stuff and you're not like just racing people, you're just trying to cause mayhem or whatever. That sounds really cool. And yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm down.
The last time I played Stuntman, let me see, because that franchise has been dead for a long time.
The 360.
PS2. The last time I played it was on PS2. That's the last time I played. Like that's how long it's been. So when I saw this, I popped for this. Like I'm excited to play it because, again, like my guy said, I'm somebody that's not like a big racing fan. Like I played Forza, the new Forza on Xbox. I played that for probably about 5 hours, and then I was just done. Like, cause racing games they usually get boring to me very quickly, and I don't put a lot of hours into them. But Stuntman was a franchise like straight heavy action packed, crazy explosions, all the shit. Like, definitely getting this game. I know this game is gonna be great.
What about you, Mindful?
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I last played on the 360. I really like the Stuntman series. I think they did a great job changing that racing genre a little bit. So yeah, I'm just excited to try out different movie scenes, see what ones they ended up picking.
And there's no release date for this one. I forgot to say the Ace Combat is also releasing in September. So
Black
the
Friday.
next one,
Yeah.
yeah. So the next one, that one for me is my highlight. Is Ill. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to pronounce it. ILL.
You got it right, Ill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Ill for me looks like an insane horror game. Like it looks horrible. It looks disgusting. It looks amazing. I can't wait to play this. Every time I see a trailer for this, it just creeps me out, and like, I'm like blown by how it looks, and I'm
Yeah.
super into it.
Yeah, I'd love to get blown, but it's not for me this game.
Listen, it look good. I want to see some more, but what they showed did look good. I like the environments. It looked real creepy.
Yeah.
I like when in horror games, the stuff that I'm looking at is like, and I know it might be nerdy, it might be goofy, but like for me, I'm looking at how does the door sound when they open? Because I've been so spoiled by like Resident Evil, that I go back to Resident Evil 1 or 2 or whatever, any Resident Evil game really. And when you putting that key in that door, you see that door turn, it's just something about the sound the key make when the door creak open, like all of that stuff. I love that stuff. Even you go back to even Resident Evil 2 remake. If you play that on PS5, like when you put the key in the door and then you hear it through the dual sense, it really feel like you opening the door and the sound. I don't know how they doing these door sounds, man, but they putting some crack in these door sounds, yo. That's like, yo, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but look, it'll look good. I'm gonna buy it day one, whenever it come out, because I love my horror games. So yeah, I'll be there.
Dude, you're so right. Because if you play a horror game, if you put it on mute, it's like if there is no atmosphere, it's like it's not scary at all. It's like I don't know. I think it's like 80% sound. The jump scares and whatever. All the horror games and movies. If you just put it on mute, it's like whatever. It's like a comedy.
I can't play them until the sun go down, pitch black, turn all the lights off in my house. You feel me? Put the headphones on, turn the volume up, and then listen. That's the only way I can play these horror games, and I love it.
You can only play at noon or something. Everything is bright. You can't see the screen at all because it's.
What about you, Mindful? You gonna play it with your girlfriend or something?
Yeah, it looked really good. I liked their version of zombies. I thought those creatures looked really sick. The movement was awesome. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure there's zombies. Like it's like a mix between a zombie and the thing, where
Yeah.
you rip out something and then it just changes, and you're like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Uh, but yeah, no. So 2027, this one, and afterwards, we'll control Resonant,
Woo!
which like I don't need to see more. I'm already super hyped for it. Really good trailer.
Yeah.
September also. Just I can't wait to play this. This is also one of my most anticipated games.
I know that guy looks like fucking badass. I don't know what it is, but like the design of him, like everything, I really like that male character. I can't wait to
Yeah,
see how
he's
it's gonna
cool.
play out.
What's the I'm trying to remember the studio name. What's the Alan Wake studio name?
Remedy Games.
Remedy. Okay, all right. So outside of, they didn't even do Max Payne. That was Rockstar at first, right? Or did Remedy work on Max Payne back in the day?
Remedy made Max Payne 1 and 2, and then Rockstar made 3.
Okay, so outside of Max Payne, I've never played a Remedy game, and I was like, yo, this is a good game. I've just never played it. I played Alan Wake 1. It was decent. Like, it was a decent experience. I played Alan Wake 2, absolute walking simulator. Spent more time putting papers on a board than actually investigating anything in the actual game. Complete snooze fest. Took it back to GameStop, got my money back. Trash. I played Control. It had the worst map layout, the worst level design I've probably ever seen in a game. Horrible. Trash. Now, this game looks incredible. So I think this is the first time I've seen them make a game, and I'm like, okay, this game looks really good. I might be there to support this day one. So I'm excited for this. We've seen a lot of gameplay. I'm just ready for September, and it looked cold. It looked good. I love everything about it.
I think like you hinted at before, JW, this is gonna be like the Control game that like brings it more mainstream, just because of that action combat. Like I think that's really gonna draw a lot of people in. I know you kind of made that comment like when it first was being teased or whatever, that it's just so different from the first Control game. I think
Yes,
I think that's really gonna like draw that bigger audience in.
And
because
that's
the
what they
first
should be shooting
Control,
for. Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead,
the
man.
first Control, it was the sister Jessie Faden, where she uses telekinetic powers, a weird gun that changes, and a lot of floating basically. And this is more like up in your face and close quarter combat. So it will be interesting how well. It's not just that. Like Spider mentioned, the level design seems completely different. Also, because in the first Control, it's very much like a labyrinth because the house constantly changes and move, and this just seems like a whole different ballpark with this city changing. So we'll see how it turns out.
To me, it seems like after Alan Wake 2, because they've been complaining a lot about Alan Wake 2. Every time you look up Alan Wake 2 over the last couple years, the CEO is on Twitter complaining, "Oh, we still haven't recouped our money yet. We still haven't recouped from Alan Wake 2 yet. People still haven't supported the game yet." So it seems like they said, you know what, we gonna really lock in and really make a game that people are gonna enjoy this time, and not just some niche game that's gonna win game of the year awards, but nobody actually plays it. So seems like they learned, and they're really trying to make a game and really hit it out the park this time. So I think this is gonna be their best effort yet.
We shall. I mean, I would debate you on all the stuff you've said on all those games, but we it's not the podcast for it, so we will move on.
Right.
Um, Marathon. Then there was an announcement for Marathon Season 2. I'm currently playing it. It's really fun. Me and
I was
Michael
gonna ask
have
you how
it.
you feel about it. How you feel about it? Because I've been playing it too. I want to know how you feel about it.
Well, I've been playing it since Season 1, so I'm probably biased, but I don't think they're. I've been talking about this into another server, but I think they fucked up with Season 2 a bit in the sense of it's much easier crafting quests and all that, and the new Night Marsh has that's a new map. It's pretty fun. There's a couple of stuff to do, but I don't think that's enough of new stuff for recurring players. For to stick with it, because now not only are they redoing the same quests, but they don't really have new story quests, priority quests. They have a new map and new ways to do a couple of activities, but I don't think they've done enough to bring back players that have been playing it since season one. Now, for new players, I don't know how it feels like. It might be fun. Um, the item economy is a bit fucked because there's a PvE mode that they're experiencing with, like Marathon every couple of weeks they put in a new experimental mode, and so they started off with a PvE mode, but it has fucked with the item economy because you can easily get really good loot by just with no risk by doing this PvE mode.
I don't think they added the PvE mode yet though.
Yes, they have. It's I mean, it's not completely PvE in this sense. You go
Yeah, you
in,
talking about survival, right?
yeah, you go in
Yeah,
with a team of three, and it's you against the computers. But then after a while, there are rooks, so scavengers. Basically, those are players that come in later to get stuff. So these are players, but rooks are pretty rare in general. So it's basically a PvE mode.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing since launch day as well. I kind of feel similar. I think that it's not enough. I don't think they added enough content. It definitely is easier because I've played since what, Tuesday? No, I was off work Wednesday. I've been playing every day since Wednesday, and I'm already level 23. So it's definitely much
Yeah,
easier
same.
than there was in season one. I just think that it's just not enough content to, get the numbers up. If that's what they're trying to do. But as far as the new modes, like I like Night March. It's a cool map. I like how you got the flashlight toggle on there. It does add I would
And
say
you
a
ha-
level of strategy to it.
and getting the
Oh, yeah.
certs and all that. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they're a pretty cool aspect, but like there's not, like you say, enough of new
yeah,
stuff for
cause I
it to be
played
an explosive
survival.
season.
Yeah, I played survival and I played Night March, and I was like, yo, this is dope. But after I played that for the last 5 days, I'm like, oh, so do I just go back to the same maps and doing the same stuff again until Cryo unlocks next Friday? I mean, I guess. So I think I'm gonna just hit level 25 probably tomorrow or whatever, and then I'm just not gonna play it again until Cryo unlocks on Friday, and then I'll play a little bit of Cryo, and then maybe I'm just not sure of the longevity. I think it needs more content, and I think at some point you have to. I don't know if it's a full PVE or I don't know if it's just more new maps. I don't even know if they need to bring like some sort of single play. I don't know, but they need to do something because right now the content is just not enough.
Yeah, I agree. And for me, they would have needed to have story quests linked to Night March. Like that would have been cool to just have some of the factions, interact with it. And like there are quests, but they're just quests. There's nothing to add really. I mean, I can still hunt the lore and all that, of course, but I find that would have just added just enough for me to want to do Night March and uh, get to progress and learn a bit more about this place, right? And how there are weird creatures and all that. But as of now, it's more like here's a harder version of Dire Marsh. It's like, okay, thank you. um, at least you can do the Dire Marsh quest in Night Marsh, and so you can switch into two. What's cool is that it's a different pace, like a different way of playing when you play the Night Marsh. Um, but yeah, no, like Spider says, well, like we both say, we don't think it's enough for people to come in, and I think the economy is fucked a bit and how to upgrade, how easy it is, and all that. For example, yesterday I helped a noob with his introduction quest to Sekiguchi. If you remember, Spider, it's the one where you need to find a sort of a substance that you inject into yourself, and then you have to run to dormitory to scan before it kills you.
Yeah,
Well, now the quest is totally different. You find the substance in dormitory, and then you just walk into a hall, and then you scan it. Like it makes it trivial how easy they made
yeah,
it.
yeah. They making the game too easy to try to get would you like? I don't want to say casual, but like try to get people who are not interested in marathon interested in the game, especially with the free play week. But it's just not enough. It's just
Yeah,
really not.
and yeah, that's too easy. Like I don't mind them trying to make it easier, but makes that quest trivial, right? Changes it like that. Anyways, all this to say, like we said a lot of negative stuff about season two, but that's because we're longtime players. Like I don't know for new players how interesting or how it gels with them. Like I've met a lot of new players that have been loving the game so far. So it might just be us also, and I still love it. Like I still play it every day. It's just I find they've fumbled a bit with season two. Okay, so then
Okay,
after
just can I say something?
yeah.
Welcome back to all the listeners that skipped the marathon talk.
That's what I was gonna say.
continue.
Damn, this the marathon cash, man. Y'all know what y'all signed up for.
Well, mindful, you played marathon, no?
Oh
Or
no!
have you not played since?
Oh no, we lost the listeners again.
I gotta play with some other
Continue.
people, I think, because right now I'm getting kind of pissed at that game. So far, my experience in season 2 is people just keep fucking killing me, and fuck those bastards.
So why did you send a redhead in the chat, Hood?
To distract me from this boring game that you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. It's really fun, but that's okay. You don't have friends, like you said.
I don't have
So
friends,
let's
yeah.
move on to RuneScape Dragon Wild, which
Yeah.
I really didn't care. Like I totally forgot RuneScape existed, and I would prefer it that way.
Yeah,
Like-
I looked at the gameplay. I was like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, it looked okay.
Even though
for
I do
console.
like building stuff, but I don't know.
Next game.
Yeah. Then there was a couple of other stuff like Jitaru Man, where I just don't remember exactly. Like older games, I think that they're coming back. Psyops, the Mindgate Conspiracy.
Yeah, the catalog's getting.
I was
filled up.
excited for that. I ain't gonna
Yeah?
lie, I was kind of excited for Psyop.
I don't remember what Psyops.
That was a really good game. It was like basically like a Jean Grey simulator, but with guns. And that's the
Oh, that
whole-
sounds
okay.
cool. I
so
want
you
it.
using so you using your mind, you throwing people all over the fucking place, you throwing items at people, you using all these powers, and you got guns too, and it's like kind of like spy-ish, like kind of you really gotta play it. It was a really good game back in that PS2 GameCube era. It was really
Yeah,
fun.
that sounds like right up my alley. I'll look into it. I'll keep note of it.
Sounds like Control.
Yeah, a bit, but Control is not very spy-ish though.
Yeah, but
what-
telekinesis stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, which is one of the older Onimusha, not the new one. And then Until Dawn 2 was announced, which is not made by the same people that made the first Until Dawn. So why is it Until Dawn 2 a sequel? I don't know. It's the same type of here's a slasher film where you get to choose, and it can be fun or not. It depends if it's right up your alley. I've personally played a couple of those games alone and with my wife. I've only Until Dawn really. I don't know what Until Dawn did, but it was really good. Like I did it multiple times. Loved going through that game, but all the other ones that I think it's Supermassive. They
Yeah.
did were like all right, nothing like some of them didn't even finish. So I don't know what magic they did with Until Dawn, but it was I don't think they've been able to recapture this. Now Until Dawn 2 is going to try to recapture this, and I don't know if they'll be able to with a new studio.
Yeah, I think it's like the tropes that they use, because it's like Until Dawn 1, like half the game, this girl was like walking around in a towel. It's like 80s slasher, like
Yeah.
is the stuff that we like, So I think the other games that they did is it doesn't have those tropes, those the kind of stuff that people latch on to. For example, I never played those, but I would play this Until Dawn too, because it's like the trope stuff. Sounds
Yeah.
cool.
It captures that era of horror very well. The only thing I was dumb with this trailer is they fucking showed you one of the choices. Like, why? Like, that's the
Yeah.
whole point of the game.
Yeah, it's annoying, but you gotta sell it, I guess. But I love that you're like ghost hunters, like fake ghost hunters. It's like Red
Yeah,
Dead
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was a
it's-
good
and
idea.
it's so good, and then there's a real, ghost or slasher or whatever villain going around. So cool. I that would these kinds of games would be really cool to play with someone that doesn't play games, so you can just let them choose stuff and you play. So that's kind of cool. If I had any friends, that's a game I would buy.
And what about you, Spider? Is this your type of game or not really?
So the narrative games are games that I'll play like if they on a service, but for me, I just really can't justify spending money for those games. Honestly, they're not really for me. But if it's $20 or it comes to PS Plus, I'll definitely give it a spin. Those are games that are like good for streams, but like for me to just like play, no, I wouldn't really play them.
Right.
Enough?
And what I don't remember. Have you said something about it, Mindful?
Yeah, I know. I just said I liked the way it looked. You know, it was interesting, like new element. Like Hood was saying, I just thought it was dumb that they showed one of the choices. Like, you know, you're ruining the game at that point, man. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, no. The tropical setting is nice, bright, and all that compared to a lot of those games that was more in the darker and horror
yeah,
visuals. So it's a nice change of pace. And then lastly, for me at least, was a surprising announcement is a new God of War Lofi, Lofei. I
yeah.
mean, sorry.
Laundry.
Uh, uh, what?
Laundry is what the people are calling it.
God of War Laundry?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Stupid.
people are stupid.
Um, yeah, no, I thought it looked really good actually. Like I was
Yeah.
surprised because like I like the two new God of Wars, but I was never like, oh my god, like I didn't go ballistic on them. Like they were pretty good, but like I don't know, I wasn't full on into them. Preferred the older ones, and seeing this gameplay felt much better, at least, or what I would want more into a God of War, with a lot of aerials and bunch of move to tackle with. I hope that it's more move based than stats based, but I know that's like a hopeless hope. And but yeah, no. So to say, I'm going to say that. Let me repeat that. I just want to say it's with the wife of God of War, the wife of Kratos, and not with Kratos. So that's why people are dunking on it.
Which is
I am
stupid, you know,
aware
like
that they are.
you said something so
Well, I was.
like good like last time, right? That like we need a new God of War that's not Kratos, and I think this is such a great direction with it. Like this is what I would envision, you know, without Kratos. Like it's I don't know, it looked amazing.
Not me though. That's what I was going to say. I know narratively they're milking this, which
Yeah.
is scaring me because she's dead, and then we're going to see what she does, I guess, during that in that nowhere land. I mean, Kratos have fought the underworld before, in
Yeah.
Hades and all that. So it's in terms of mythology games, it's not that out there. But I think they're milking this by doing that. So I we'll see. I also like that it's more high fantasy, almost fairy tale like than the
Yep.
more grounded God of War that we've had with the Nordic stuff. So that really, I find, sets it apart. I'm not sure about the cube sidekick. Uh,
Ugh.
that is weirding me out.
Yeah,
But
it's like
otherwise, I'm hyped for it.
yeah, it's like Forspoken or whatever they put the cube in. It's like, ah man, I'm a different have a different opinion here. Obviously, I don't give a fuck. Like some people are like, ah, it's a woman. You know, some people are stupid online. I don't care about that, but I played 2018 and I really liked that because it was super new. You know, love the combat, whatever. And then I played Ragnarok and I was kind of disappointed with that game because
Yeah, yeah.
most of the move sets were like just the same as 2018. It's like two of the weapons were exactly the same, and you had to level up everything again. Like Kratos, like I don't know, forgot everything between games. And then they gave you one weapon, the spear that you get. That's a new move set, but it wasn't like you only get like after I don't know half the game, and it wasn't like a big deal. And I was in this story like just didn't deliver because you go through the whole game and it's like Ragnarok is like such a small thing in the game. The game called Ragnarok. I was like, oh man, I just was so disappointed. And I was like, okay, if they change enough in this game, they'll get me back. You know, people are like saying, oh, they're gonna go to Egypt and whatever. I was like, okay, that would be fun because the everything would be changed. You know, the color palette, everything. And I was like, okay, I'm down for this. But this one it just looks so similar to the other games. The same colors, the same type of thing. I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not into this. And the narrative like didn't grab me honestly. The cube and even the Egyptian gods that they have, the other gods, they look like the elves in God of War, Ragnarok. So I was like, it's just didn't look like I was hoping for like a real Egyptian god, you know, like the way you think in your head, but maybe they want to do their own spin on it. But I don't know.
Well,
I'm not
that's the interesting
into
part
it.
I find because she's not in Egypt, right? She's in what I think they call a nowhere land, where
Yeah. Well,
when
no,
God
no. The
dies.
name is well, nowhere. No, it was like this the most everyone. It was like the most stupidest name in the world.
Oh, it's stupid,
Everyone. Like,
but yeah, yeah, so but people understand when we say nowhere land, so I'll keep saying that instead because it's not as
everyone.
stupid. Um, So yeah, so what I find interesting is that you'll probably have to fight gods from multiple pantheon because we saw an Egyptian god. We also saw a Mongolian god, I think, or a Chinese god. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Um, Working with that Egyptian god. So I think that's really interesting. It's weird to have a God of War game without the God of War, but
Yeah.
such is when you milk something. It's like having a Batman game, but you're playing Robin instead of Batman the whole game. Um,
But why didn't like they change the aesthetics of the gods to make them distinct enough? You know, they looked like it could be Norse gods if you didn't know it. You know, that's
I
my
don't,
issue with this. I don't
I
know.
don't
In
really
my
agree.
opinion. Okay, I thought they looked like the elves in the thing in the
Maybe
Norse games, but I don't know.
it. It's been a while. I forgot a lot of the other two
Yeah,
God of War games because, like I say, like I like the 2018 one, like you said, but Ragnarok was really like painfully slow. Like it was mostly standing around until Ragnarok happened, and then everybody fought for the last battle, and there you go.
yeah.
All right, I have a super different take as usual. Contrarian man. I know. Listen, Spider gonna keep it interesting for y'all. Spider gonna keep it interesting. All right, so I've never been and just so people don't know, because I see a lot of people saying you can't have a God of War game without the God of War. Kratos was not the God of War for the first two games. For people who don't know,
True.
but so me and God of War, I've never really liked God of War like that. I've tried to play. So I played God of War 2018. I thought it had good combat, great graphics. I thought the story was pretty good, but I thought the pacing was horrible. There's too many walking and talking segments where you're doing nothing. It's just the pacing was bad. Then I played God of War Ragnarok. They improved the combat, but again, it was like too many of the same animations. And in this game, I thought the pacing in 2018 was bad. In this game, the pacing was fucking horrible, terrible. Too many times I'm playing a game and then they just stop and then I'm just holding forward watching Kratos talk. Or it was another segment that really pissed me off. I was having a good time. And then all of a sudden, they put me on Atreus, and I'm literally riding on an elephant, picking fruit, doing nothing, just holding forward while he's picking fruit. Like literally, the worst kind of padding and walking and talking. This is what I mean when I say walking and talking. You're holding forward, doing nothing. Then I tried to go back and replay it after I had beat the game, and I'm having fun. And then they put me in this segment where it's like, okay, we're gonna stop you for the next 30 minutes. And you're gonna throw the axe at mirrors to reflect, and it's just like, bro, I don't like get that shit out of here, bro. Like, give me if you're gonna give me a God of War game, give me a God of War game. Like, I'm not playing God of War to play, Resident Evil with 1,000 puzzles and slow story beats. Like, I'm not like the pacing is horrible. Then I tried to play God of War 3. I tried to play that game 5 times. I've documented it each time I've tried to play this game on Twitter. Always wind up dropping it around like the 3rd hour mark. It just gets so boring and repetitive to me. And I know a lot of people are like, you're crazy. This is the greatest God of War. I'm just giving you my experience. I've tried to make it through God of War 3 100 times. I just cannot do it. The game is just boring. So for me, never really gelling with the God of War series. Like if I had to put a number on it, I would give God of War 2018. I would give it, a 6.5, and then Ragnarok would be like a 6.8 for me. Like the games just really don't do it. They boring as shit. Too many terrible walking and talking segments. Too many, the pacing is terrible. So when I seen this one, like the gameplay looks like an evolution in every step of the sense, right? So of course you got the air combat. Of course you got Faye, who's much quicker, much faster than Kratos. She's doing fucking spinning Liu Kang kicks. I see her do a fucking flying Liu Kang kick on one of the fucking demons. I'm like, okay, they really turning it up for this. Then I see one part where she knocked one of the enemy's soul out their body, and then she was fighting the fucking soul. I said, God damn, they really like this looks incredible. They added a lot of different gameplay elements to this. The combat looks crazy. What they doing? I like how you fighting the souls and different things like that. It was crazy. I'm interested to see because I'm not sure. I think they said it runs parallel to 2018. I think when she first died. I think that's what they said. So I'm interested to see like how much they have Kratos flashback and if we see any segments, from 2018 and see them from maybe her point of view. Interested to see that. The Cube. I understand people's worries. Like, it doesn't personally bother me because I don't play games to listen to that type of stuff. But I understand people saying, yo, here we go with the funniest thing I seen what they said was, did y'all see that Mario where they had that fake Mario 3D game with the bad dialogue? And Peach was like, focus M. And then they showed the fucking cube from Faye and it was like, focus Faye. Like that was a real dialogue. And they was like, this is the shitty dialogue that we talking about. So I do understand people saying that they not interested in the cube and they look stupid and all that. I understand.
Listen.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. It don't bother me, but I do get it. But I'm just curious to see because the gameplay. Listen, I'm never gonna argue that they have the gameplay down for God of War, but to me, you have to have everything around the gameplay that just makes a good experience because you can have the greatest combat in the world. But if you pausing me every 15 minutes to go pick fruit or talk to the cube, then it's like, okay, I'm not gonna enjoy it. But if you give me a good cohesive story and just tell a good story, you don't have to stop the gamer every 5 seconds to have them feel like they're playing the game by holding forward. Put it in a cutscene and then let me get back to doing what I'm doing. So I just really want to see the pacing because the pacing for the last 2 games really ruined the games for me. So I am interested in it. And it's probably going to be a day one. As long as they don't show anything else that butchers, my perception of the game. It looks great. I'm sure it'll be good. And, it's exciting to learn that they said that in addition to the God of War remakes, they are making a new game with Kratos too, for all the crybabies that, you know, Faye, we want the real God of War. They got 4 Kratos games in the works. 4. So you'll
4?
be fine. Yes,
Jesus
4.
Christ, just leave the man alone. Like, we've
They
seen
will be
him
fine.
go. No, no, but really, we've seen him go from this, angry, psychotic killer to this man that, takes care of his child, a father. Like, we've seen him do an amazing arc. Like, there's nothing else to do with Kratos. Leave him be. Just move to something else. Another type of God of War. You know?
Yeah. I got a
But what
question.
that though, as you see.
What?
I got a question for 2099. Mary Jane sneaking around or Atreus picking fruits? You gotta choose one. Which one would you rather play?
I think I would take Atreus picking fruits.
Oh my god, I don't
You
know.
know what? Mary Jane. I'm gonna go Mary Jane for the simple fact that with Atreus picking fruit, I was literally just holding forward. Like at least with Mary Jane, I can say there's some form of interactivity in me doing puzzles with Mary Jane and actually looking for stuff, as opposed to just holding forward while he talks to this side character. Like I just don't like that stuff, bro. I just don't.
For sure.
And but something I want to add though, you said like the first 2 God of Wars, Kratos wasn't a God of War. It's true, but like it was still linked to Ares, the God of War that he was going after, right?
Yeah, and also I like people were saying, I'm sure that Faye will be fighting multiple God of Wars in this game that have died
Most likely,
and went to this nowhere land. So to me, it just wasn't a big deal. Like I mean, it's social media. People are gonna make everything a big deal. You know,
Yeah.
they don't want to play as Faye. It's not Kratos, and I understand. I truly do understand.
And she looks cool. Like I'm into the character. I don't mind it.
Yeah, of course you are.
And
Of course you are.
so this is the end of the state of play. Well, actually, Mindful, we didn't get your take on it.
Oh, like I said, this looked like an amazing God of War entry. Like I'm with 2099. I'm very interested to see where they're gonna go with this. I personally didn't mind the cube or the sword. I thought it was just, we've had a lot of seriousness with God of War. I'm okay with a little bit of humor at this point because it's a different character other than Kratos. But yeah, no, like everything about this, like to me, I was like, damn, I wish I had a PS5 right now. Like, I was just excited to try this one out. It looks really good.
Okay, now this is actually the end of the state of play. I don't know if you guys saw the Summer Game Fest and you wanted to shout out any particular games that were announced during that time.
I want to shout out.
I got a list. So
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It's not from Summer Games Fest. It's from Future Games Show, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And
Whatever. Any
I
game
don't-
show recently that came in.
Yeah. It was called The Lift, and it's like an immersive sim, but you were playing like a handyman in like a supernatural whatever place. So everything like 2099 was saying before, like about the sound design. You gotta watch this trailer that they released, and everything like the sound design is so crispy. Everything feels like ASMR because you were like doing these tasks, repairing stuff, and you're cleaning up, and it's like a bit creepy the place, and basically it's very tactile. You have to repair everything by hand, and like everything you do. I don't know if you watch the trailer, you'll see it, and everything has like a sound to it. It's so good. It looks so cool. I'm very impressed with that. So, and it probably nobody has ever heard of this. So I was like, I gotta shout this out. But yeah, that's my game of.
Sure, I gotta check that one out. So I made just a list of every game that I'm buying day one from Summer Games Fest. So Star Wars Zero, which looked amazing. I'm not a big fan of turn-based games, but I love Midnight Suns, which is a really great game. And Star Wars Zero plays just like Midnight Suns and XCOM, so I will be there day one. Star Wars Galactic Racer, which looks really good. Crossfire, which was a single player soldier game. It was a single player soldier game where it was really realistic. Like if you get sniped like in the head one time, you'll die. It looks like it has a really great narrative. And I believe like some of the people from I want to say Naughty Dog, some ex Naughty Dog devs and some ex Call of Duty devs are working on it. But it's
Yeah,
a single
both
player third
X
person.
Infinity, X Infinity Ward and Naughty Dog
Oh, there we go.
have
Yeah,
worked on. Yeah,
yeah,
and
and that
I
game
agree
looked
with
really
you.
good.
It looked cool. Yeah.
That game looked really good. Resident Evil Veronica, obviously one of the best Resident Evil games. I'm so excited they bringing that back. Stellar Blade 2, or yeah, Stellar
Yes.
Blade Blood Rain. That game looked amazing. I'm interested to see how the combat evolves because the gameplay designer said she does start with just fisticuffs, which look really good, but then she does get a sword and different weapons later on. So I'm excited to see that. Final Fantasy VII Part 3, obviously. Revelation. Obviously, we don't really need to talk about that. If you played the other two remakes, you know how anticipated this game is. Mafia DLC. I was very surprised to see DLC for Mafia because that game
Me
was
too.
really good. That game was really good, and that's a game a lot of people should play. The newest Mafia game that released. Oh my god! So the fact they're doing a story expansion in August, that's crazy. Sonic Cross Worlds, the Godzilla DLC, that looked really good. Definitely getting that. Sonic Cross Worlds is amazing. Shits on Mario Kart, by the way. Um, 007 DLC, I was shocked to see them announce it so soon, but I am excited for it because I did recently just beat 007 First Light. Game is amazing.
It's so
I
good,
loved
this
it.
game.
It's truly breathtaking. Virtua Fighter looked amazing. The fact that the single player story, and I kind of should have expected this because RGG is making this Virtua Fighter game, and as a lot of people know, one of my favorite series, arguably my favorite series of all time, is Yakuza. Um, they've never made a bad game. Every Yakuza game is great. So the fact that they making this fighting game, but they're giving it a Yakuza-esque cinematic single player campaign, I think that's gonna help expand it to a lot of people who just play fighting games for the single player, and it looks really good. So, Blood of Dawnwalker, which comes out at the beginning of September, I'm super hyped for that game. It's made by former devs of The Witcher. It's a vampire game, open world, looks really good. Glad that they pushed Phantom Blade Zero back to October, so I'll have 2 weeks to No Life Blood of Dawnwalker before Wolverine comes out. Stranger Than Heaven, obviously the newest Yakuza game. Obviously a day one, my favorite franchise. Looks great. I was kind of puzzled that Tupac is in the game,
Me
but
too.
I think as long as they do it correctly, and what I mean by correctly is have him just be a background NPC, which most likely he is just going to be a background NPC. They're training in the dojo with you, with no dialogue, and if they do that, that's fine. But if they're going to AI his voice of any kind, then they deserve every backlash they're going to get. But I doubt they're going to do that. But yeah, Stranger Than Heaven looks amazing. Gameplay looks amazing. Excited for that. Gundam Rogue Orbit. Newest Gundam game, looks amazing. And then the last game was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. So that game is not in developer hell anymore. That game was developed by THQ at first, but Paramount felt that the game was taking too much of a. They were comparing it to God of War and Batman Arkham. So they took THQ off the project, and now it's being developed by Platinum Games. So I'm very excited for that. It's going to be great. Platinum Games don't make bad games. And The Last Ronin is one of the best comic series, best book series you'll ever read. So I'm excited for that.
Cool. Well, for myself, Stellar Blade, Blood and Rain was my biggest highlight. Like I saw that trailer and then
Of course.
I forgot there were any other game that was announced. So
Of
that
course it
was
did.
yeah. Well, it's such
Never
a
a question in my
surprising.
mind.
Yes, Hood. I know. Let's make it like it's impossible to talk about Stellar Blade without people bringing back the gooning. It's not just gooning. It's a really good game. I swear.
The biggest goon.
Yeah, well, some people, of course, on Twitter were mad that she wasn't as curvy as Eve or whatever. I don't care. She actually seems really cool and completely different to Eve. Also, like it's a surprising direction. It seems to go in a more like cyberpunk, Ghost in the Shell direction than the other one, which was more post-apocalyptic. So I don't know what happened between the first one and the sequel. How many years has passed and all that, but like everything looked amazing. Gameplay, visuals, and yeah, no, that I was just so hyped for it. There's still no release date. Like they're still early in development, so it'll still be in a while. But they're self-publishing this one, so that it will be on every platform. That's what they've said. Um, I know a lot of people were talking about Wolf Among Us 2. I personally don't care. It's a new Telltale game that was canceled a while back, and now it's brought back. There's Guild Wars 3, which could be interesting. A while back, when I was much younger, I played a lot of Guild Wars 1, a bit of 2. So 3, they said will be the evolution of MMOs, which could be interesting if you're still into MMOs. Um, what else? I thought 1666 Amsterdam was interesting. It seemed like Assassin's Creed with witches. And no, I'm not talking about Assassin's Creed X that Ubisoft is working on. I'm talking about an ex person working on Assassin's Creed that created Assassin's Creed, having his own studio making in the time of the witches, and where you have a bunch of powers. And I'm not sure what you do, but there's a demo that you can try out and see where it goes.
Is there?
Yeah, well, on PC specifically. Um, what else? Yeah, like Spider mentioned, Crossfire seemed really cool, and they talked about a special feature that they have in their game where you'll have to utilize all sorts of different ways to sneak around. Depending how you walk behind cover, it might change, and you need to master that sort of sneak feature. So I don't know what it means exactly, but it sounds interesting that it won't just be crouch or not crouch, right? So that tickles me, right? Um, and I think that's pretty much my highlight. Gen Atlas looked cool, but it looked like Shadow of the Colossus, but with sci-fi style, with mechs instead of giants. Alien Isolation 2 could be cool. I'm not sure what more they need to do because one was pretty, complete. But those are my highlights. But Stellar Blade 2, much bigger highlight than all the other ones I mentioned. So there you go. What about you, Mindful?
Uh, like there was a lot of like interesting stuff that they announced. The Final Fantasy game, I'm like I don't know, like it seems like Final Fantasy 7 was such a big thing like to come out like to be remastered, and then once it did, like I don't know, I didn't really get too much into it. We've talked about it in the past already. So the second game or whatever, the sequel, I don't know. It looks cool. The weapons look awesome and all that kind of stuff, but I'm still not particularly drawn to it. I do like the fact that you can drop from your airship onto the map. That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
That was definitely a cool mechanic. But yeah, I mean, maybe I have to try it to really get back into the hype Final Fantasy 7. But at the moment, nothing too big. The Wolf Among Us 2, I thought it was a smart move that they're going to do a remaster of the first one just to remind people of the game. But yeah, it's been a long it's been a long ass time. um, I don't know. I mean, I'm cool to see where the story goes, and it is for gamers that are excited about that. I am happy for them that finally they got their sequel that they were hoping for. But yeah, I don't know. Might just be a discount kind of purchase. The Street Fighter one, or not Street Fighter, sorry. What's that one called now?
Virtual Fighter.
True Fighter.
Thank you. Yeah, Virtual Fighter. That one was the one that got me the most excited. I'm with 2099. I'm excited to see that single player aspect that they have, and also like the multiplayer. But yeah, I love that they're gonna have like that Shamu kind of storyline there. You know, just nice combat action and narrative. Yeah, I'm more excited for that when I think of all the games that I've seen so far listed on there. The Hot Wheels game kind of got me too. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played one, but I don't know. It looked kind of interesting. It looked goofy, kind of what I expected from Hot Wheels. Yeah, that was most of the things that caught my eye.
I got a question. I got the Blood of Dawnwalker pre-ordered, ready to go. That's my September game, anyways. But they showed like a trailer that was like in present day. It's like some Uber Eats guy, Uber Bloods. He brings some blood over, and it's like present day. Whatever else. Is like, is that another game they're announcing, or is that?
I'm not sure. That was confusing to me also.
Yeah.
The guy said it's where the direction they want to bring it, right? So as if they showed us a peek of where
Yeah.
they want to bring this series or something.
Okay.
Like that's how I understood it. But
Yeah.
it was confusing for me also.
Yeah, I was like, is this like inside the game, the game that you're gonna play in September? Eventually, you're gonna get into present day, something like that. That would be like insane. That would be so fucking cool. But I also thought maybe it's like Vampire the Masquerade or something that they. Vampire the Masquerade, you have like a ton of different stories in different places and different eras, whatever. So maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know. I was like super confused. I have no idea what they were doing. But that would be baller if they're like, oh yeah, this game starts in like medieval times, and then by the end you're like in normal times, or maybe the second game you're like in a different era, you're like Victorian vampire or something like that. That would be crazy, cool. But we'll see. I'm down for that game, anyways, because I love Witcher writing, so I'm hoping it's.
Yeah, I
it's
hope
good,
the
so-
writing is really good also. Which I think it will be. Like that game
Yeah.
looks cool. For me, it's more the gameplay. I'll wait and see. For me, my September game, it's hard to choose. There's a lot of them. There's Wolverine I want. There's Control Resonant I want. There's Dawn of War 4 I want also.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
skip Wolverine for like the start because I'll be playing Blood of Dawnwalker. I don't think I'm gonna be finished with it, but I'm looking at Control and thinking, but there is one like end of September that I want Onimusha that I want to play. Yeah, so if I'm gonna play 3 games in 1 month, I don't have the time to that. I don't think. But
I think my wife would kill me if I didn't take Wolverine. So.
yeah.
So, do you guys have any September games specifically, or not really? Spider and Mindful.
Go ahead, Michael.
I say for me, no, not really. I'm still, I mean, I do have the newer Xbox, but yeah, at the moment, no, I'm pretty good for games. I'm pretty satisfied. I'm just excited to watch, other people play these ones. What about you, 29?
Listen, I gotta go to the list, man. Listen, y'all know any game I'm interested in, I get it day one. I play it, I beat it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
Yeah.
commented on my Twitter the other day, and they was like, "It's physically impossible to play all of these games." I'm like, bro, I'm on 22 games complete on the year, and I skipped a couple games. So you listen, I'm a different breed. But so for September, I'm getting Blood of Dawnwalker day one. I have Marvel's Wolverine day one. Probably the biggest game I'm looking forward to of the month, because I am a JRPG nerd. Trails in the Sky second chapter. Lord Jesus.
I know
I
it.
cannot wait for this game to release. I'm gonna put so many hours in this game. Yes, so Trails in the Sky second chapter, I'm getting that day one. Control Resident, I'll have that day one. Silent Hill Townfall, I'm getting day one. Onimusha, I'm getting day one.
Halloween is being released as well in September.
What? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Halloween. Halloween is the game that's probably gonna slip for me. But see, I already was planning on letting that slip to October because why does that game not come out
Yeah.
on Halloween?
Yeah,
Like,
why not?
what the fuck?
It's
Like,
insane.
why does that game
Maybe
come
the-
out in the middle of September? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
they were
aren't
like-
aren't people trying to like stay clear of GTA or something?
Yeah, but GTA is like November. November.
yeah, GTA is the middle of November,
Mid-November.
like November 15th.
Right.
I
don't know then.
understand not releasing like end of October, but at least October, you know. At
Yeah, I think
least,
if they
like-
could have released it the week before Halloween, I think the people. And here's another thing. I think that when you're talking about GTA, I think that a lot of fan bases intersect. Like I don't think that people should. Obviously, I'm not in the financial office. I don't know whatever makes business sense for them makes sense. But I think that if you put something like Wolverine in November, I don't think that game will flop or something like that because the fan bases intersect. You know, Wolverine is one of the most popular superheroes. Like the people that
Yeah.
are gonna buy GTA are gonna go to the store and they're gonna say, "Oh snap, Wolverine out too? All right, bet I'm a grab." Like I just don't feel like everybody should be in September. But I understand for smaller games like Control Resident, Blood of Dawnwalker, new IP, and stuff like that. But listen, also in November, before we get out of here, shout out to Atari. Listen, shout out to Atari because Atari is dropping 2 games in November around Grand Theft Auto. So Atari said they're not scared. So Atari, they got the Barbie collection coming out.
To
You
send
know?
people.
They got the Barbie collection, and they got that Godzilla Destroy All Monsters dropping in November. So
Yeah.
shout out to Atari.
Yes, so. And with that, this is a wrap for the podcast. Thank you all for joining. It was great fun discussing those games. And
Yeah, apart from the
Do you-
marathon. I mean,
well, that's you, Hood. Thank you very much. So, since you're talking, how about you give us any of what you're planning to do, if you have something you're planning to do
I'm playing Gothic, which is that's what I'm doing with my life, and it's so bad. Like the game itself is good, but the game runs like shit. It's terrible. Every hour, the audio drops.
Well, you
Like,
know there's a
no
remake,
audio.
right?
Yeah, that's the remake. It's
Oh,
a
the remake does that.
Damn.
Hey, it's I got the PS5 Pro and it's 30 FPS. There is no setting to change the performance mode or something. Nothing. It's just terribly optimized. But the game itself is good, you know. But it's old school. It's like KCD stuff, which I like. But it's hard to love. Hard to love. But that's what I'm doing with my life.
And what about you, Spider? What do you have planned for in terms of whatever game streaming, whatever you do? If there's something you want to shout out.
So one of my most anticipated games of the last 2 years actually releases tomorrow. I've been hyping this game up, talking about it. I got a chance to talk to the man himself behind the bean, you know, if that makes sense. But Killer Bean is dropping tomorrow.
What?
Killer Bean. Killer Bean
No
is
way.
dropping tomorrow on Steam. I have been waiting for this game for so long. Like literally, if you go to my Twitter and type in Killer Bean, you can be like, "Yo, this motherfucker is a lunatic." But the game
the
looks
fuck?
amazing. It looks incredible. It's got a solo campaign, full story. It's got a roguelike mode in it, and it's just got so much different stuff into it. And the combat looks great. You can do third person or first person. It's got the finishers. Killer Bean on there, you know, much like he did in the movie. For people that see the movie, he's doing like, you know, the Vince Carter dunk where he's throwing a grenade between his legs and then tossing it at like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm playing Killer Bean tomorrow. Definitely gonna be streaming that. Hopefully, if it works, because if I gotta play it on keyboard, we can wrap that up. But yeah. So that's it. And then in July, of course, Maximum Spider Month starts in July. So I will be playing every Spider-Man game, starting with Spider-Man the Movie 1, Spider-Man the Movie 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man Friend or Foe, Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time. So if you're interested in any of those Spider-Man games, the classic good ones, not the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, then I will be playing those in July, leading into Brand New Day, the movie. And also we get a brand new Sword Art Online game on PS5 that I'll be playing. So yeah, that's it. That's what we doing. And the Xbox showcase is in 10 minutes, y'all. So if y'all interested in seeing another showcase, more games in 10 minutes on YouTube, the Xbox Game Showcase is gonna be there. Hopefully they show Blade. That's what I'm hoping. So we'll see. All right, world premiere. This might be Blade. All right. It's the Xbox Game Studios. This might be Blade. This might be it. What we've been waiting for, y'all. Alright, I don't want to see Senua, bro. Alright, come on, Bethesda. Come on, please, Blade. Please, Blade. Oh my god. Fuck Fallout, man. How is this game still receiving updates? I don't understand it. Pull these niggas off of Fallout 76 and have them help Blade. Pull them off of 76 and help them get Blade out the door. We don't care. What are we doing? All right, come on, more Bethesda. Please, Blade. Please show Blade. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Big fan of Arcane.
A big packed life there. I was wondering, Killer Bean, will it be released or is it releasing in early access?
Early access.
Right. Okay. So more to come for Killer Bean even after release. So what about you, Mindful?
Just getting stuff edited, getting caught up. Other than that, just a lot of marathon I'll be playing up until the podcast next week.
Cool. Yes, because if you want a full, actual, real, bigger breakdown, we will be doing an episode of Marathon next week. Any of you guys can join if you want, except Hood, because he obviously has no taste. And so that's a wrap.
What day is it?
Next week.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And so on my end, I've finished the Ghost of Tsushima narrative breakdown that we did on stream. I'm currently editing the video of it. There's a lot to go through, so it's going to take a while. But there are videos of that and Resident Evil 4 remake coming up, and probably 9 at some point. I have a lot of videos in the backlog. It's taking a long time to edit. I'm doing more writing for this card project and for my own novels. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We've already talked about the games that we'll be playing. I mean, I finished Pragmata, but recently, so that was pretty good. And we'll play more Marathon like Mindful. And I think that's pretty much my thing that's coming up. The next streams will probably be demos, or I'm thinking of what will be the next thing we analyze. So probably a film or a game that nobody talks about that I like. So that is it. Thank you all for joining, and we will go see the Xbox showcase. Till next time.
Till next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.